Howdy, Beefalo Bart here, and this is a video for my 200th subscriber celebration, so to speak. And I want to talk about my system specs. I am running an EVGA 1060 6GB Superclocked Edition, and I am running a AMD FX 8350 Black Edition for a CPU. For monitors, I am running three Samsung 1080p televisions. They're model J5003. Desk sucks. Ignore that. That is a STI 1911. It is cocked and locked. Yes, it is loaded. And yeah, other specs: 16 gigabytes of Kingston 1866 DDR3, running Windows 7. I've got a MSI A99 Gaming Edition motherboard, and hard drive wise, I'm just running a little over 2.5 gigs of whatever hard drives I had laying around. Why am I running three panels? Well, I can multitask if I want to. I can have three different things running or more. I can be doing stuff, dragging stuff into an Unreal Engine 4 project from the left monitor to the center. I can have Discord up on the right hand side and monitor what's going on there. But I was told that I wouldn't be able to play games. The GTX 1060 is not good enough to play games with in three monitors. Bullshit. Y'all can kiss my ass. Yes, since I am running three televisions, they're peaking at 60 hertz. Don't care. Works for me. Hell, most of the time I don't even clean my glasses, so I'm not really worried about anything more than 60 hertz on these panels. This game looks absolutely delightful. This is the best looking game that I've seen so far in 5760 by 1080 resolution, everything turned up on high, and the screen width of what I'm looking at is 6 3/4 feet wide. It's almost 7 feet wide of monitor space to look at, and this is a gorgeous game to look at, especially in that resolution. So I want to load up a few other games. This is World of Warships, and this is my battleship, the Tirpitz, a Tier 8 Premium. Okay, but I grabbed the tape measure and measured it from stem to stern, and it is exactly 6 feet in length as I'm looking at it. I am about 2.5 feet away from these monitors, and they're at about a 30-degree angle on the left and right monitors. So when you're playing games, you actually have to look left and right. So you've got to turn your head from left to right big time so you can get a good view of what's going on. This is The Division. Now, one of the things that I noticed in some games that you're going to have to figure out the settings to fix the stretching on the left and right sides. This game, the UI is, well, besides in your face for the floating UI there, is displaying on the center panel, and that works good for me because I can look right there and I can see what's going on. I like being able to do that. Not all games are like that, and you'll see later as well. Because whenever the UI is on the far left hand side of the screen and on the far right hand side of the screen, in this situation, that's almost 7 feet away from each other. It's a little too much. So, yes, this is PvE. We're not going to talk about the gameplay itself. So, it can be a problem. I'm not worried about it. There are fixes for it. I just haven't cared enough to fix it yet. And if you noticed in the video camera view of how the monitors are, you notice that they're not exactly on the same height. The left one is lower than the center is lower than the right. I have a problem with my neck, so as I turn, when I turn to the right, I naturally look up. Whenever I turn to the left, I naturally look down. So I experimented with the height of them, and I adjusted all three monitors to be that way, so it kind of had an even workflow for the way my head turned. So, whatever. After being, doing a lot of Google searching for how good this was going to work before I actually did it and actually ordered the monitors, or the TVs, whatever you want to call them, the panels. A lot of places that I went to online said that if you're running a GTX 1060, and 3 panels, you're not going to be able to play games on it. It's just not going to happen. Listen, Cupcake, shit seems to be working for me. It's 5760 by 1080. Yes, it's squished down because I want to show everything of what I see around me. And the worst that I've seen any of these games run so far is around 35 frames per second. But normally they're averaging the same as it was with one panel and staying at least 60 frames per second or higher. So, I'm sorry, it seems to work for me. The only problem that I really have is some stretching on the outside edges on some games, and on Subnautica, whenever I play it sometimes makes me a little seasick. But, well, when you're talking about almost 6 3/4, almost 7 feet of monitor around you, it's kind of easy to get seasick when you're in that. So I do want to thank you for watching this video. I do want to thank you for subscribing, or if you have not, please do subscribe. And look forward to seeing you in the next videos. Alright guys, thanks, and we'll see you later.